Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
What's going on, moviegoers? If you're new to the channel, my name is Christian. Welcome to Serial Productions. Boy, oh boy, we got some drama to talk about evolving around the Daywalker, Blade, you guys. Now, Blade was scheduled to come out November of 2023. Production was supposed to be starting November of this year, you guys. But as of yesterday, we got some good old updates evolving around what's happening with the film. The director, Basan Tark, has officially stepped down from directing the film, but he will remain an executive producer on the film. So now Marvel Studios and Kevin Feige, they're on the run to find a director soon, very fast, because if not, I doubt Blade will knock down that release date of next year, November. I highly doubt it, especially if they decide to push the shooting date to January. That's going to cause a lot of problems. But some updates, you guys. This is what's been reported. So Mahershala Ali is frustrated with the process of Blade. The script is only 90 pages long. Kevin Feige said to be spread too thin. But this is what really gets me. God, this gets me so upset. Features in the script too lackluster. That's for being reported. Lackluster action sequences for Blade. That's unacceptable. I don't care. That is unacceptable. I will not have that. It's beyond me that they're having multiple writers come in and try to fix this script. It must be that bad. I don't know what really is going on. Like I said, this is just on the surface. There could be more issues. And what frightens me is like, what if Mahershala's like, you know what? This ain't working out, you guys. I'm not feeling this. I really wanted to deliver a Blade film that would, rival what Wesley Snipes did. And it's just not working out. And I'm going to step down from the role. And if that's the case, you scrap Blade altogether. Done. You're not coming out with the Blade in the MCU. You lose your main star, Mahershala Ali, the Academy Award winner, Mahershala Ali. That would be such a terrible look. Yeah, Marvel has lost directors in the past, but they've replaced them. They replaced them. Edgar Wright for Ant-Man. Peyton Reed hopped in. Scott Derrickson for Multiverse of Madness. Sam Raimi stepped in. This has happened before, but usually it's due to creative differences. I didn't read any creative differences in, this Hollywood Reporter article. So I'm like, things might not be too good for this Blade film. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm nervous for this Blade movie. It's PG-13. It now has the weight on its shoulders to have everything tie in into the MCU. It's not its standalone film. It doesn't have to, not like the original film. It didn't have to worry about, talking about the blip or the snap or Spider-Man in New York or all that shit. It didn't have to worry about that. Now that it's a part of the main bigger picture, it has that pressure. It has to worry about all that. And that's a problem to me. I don't like that. I would be completely fine if Blade never, ever encountered the Avengers, Rise of the Midnight Suns. I'd be fine with that shit. Wesley Snipes films did. Completely fine. Banger of movies, especially that first film. But the big question is, you guys, who's going to be directing this new Blade film? Apparently, Marvel Studios is looking very hardly. And I have a list of directors who I think would be extraordinary. Extraordinary. I think that you dabble back into the directors of Miss Marvel, the directors they directed Bad Boys for Life, Batgirl that was canceled. They're great action directors. Maybe you snag them. They're brothers. I forgot their name. I'm sorry. Regina King. Maybe she's available. Got her, her son Soul, who committed suicide. She's been out. She's been out the game for a while. I don't know if she's ready to come back, but Regina King would be a great solid option. Michael Giacchino, who just directed Werewolf by Night, the Halloween special dropping next week. I heard it's a phenomenon. Maybe you have him pick up the pieces and direct this Blade film. It would be his second directorial debut. Blade. The Russo brothers even. That could be a possibility. Del Toro, you have him come back. He directed Blade 2. Blade 2 ultimately wasn't as good as Blade 1, but it was a damn good film. Or Stephen Norrington. He directed the first Blade movie. Maybe you bring him back. Spike Lee. I heard that's a rumbling. I heard that's being talked right now. Spike Lee directing a Blade movie. Oh yeah. Now, I've never seen Spike Lee direct an action film. He's directed war movies, but like a straight up action movie, that would be very interesting. And I love me some Spike Lee. I love me Do the Right Thing. I love me Malcolm X. She Hate Me. He Got Game. Jungle Fever, Mo Better Blues. You name it. Spike Lee is a legend. Legend. So that could be a good option as well. I'm just nervous. This doesn't put me at ease though. Losing its director damn near a month and a half before you're supposed to start shooting. They can't find anybody. That shooting date is delayed, which means that release date is delayed. Now, do you shift everything? What's going to happen with that? Apparently, one of the rumors evolving around this film is that the timeline will take place from the early 1900s to like 1980. I was like, okay, I'll do something different. Maybe he goes at it with Dracula. Maybe we see a Dracula encounter. I know they wanted Homelander. I heard that was a rumor. Homelander for Dracula in the MCU. Love it. Love the boys. Homelander, fantastic. Wouldn't mind that. But I have a feeling they're going to tie into the story, if this is true, the Black Knight. So Dane Whitman's, ancestors and all that stuff. Mahershala Ali did appear in a voiceover at the end of Eternals. Showed up in Dane Whitman's office. Right before he was about to, don the ebony blade. That could be a possibility as well. But boy, oh boy, this doesn't put me at ease. Losing its director. Now, granted, I didn't really know the director. I didn't know his work. Nothing. It was nothing, amazing. So maybe this is a blessing in disguise, right? Maybe one can say that. And they can nab a better director for this film. Somebody who can helm it without feeling the pressure and the weight of directing a Marvel Studios film. Because ultimately, boy, oh boy, it is a lot of pressure to get this shit done. Maybe you snag somebody who's a little bit more experienced. Like I said in some of the names on the list. That could be a possibility as well. But I'm really hoping that Mahershala Ali stays on. I'm really hoping that, it's still able to hit that November shooting date. And I'm really hoping that the story isn't so convoluted and, just evolving around the MCU. I really hope it's its own story. And maybe possibly by the end of the film in a post-credit scene, you can tie it into the bigger picture. But ultimately, I just want to see a Blade movie. Not having to worry about everything else. The multiverse. I don't want any multiverse shenanigans in Blade. I don't. Shit, maybe you ask Wesley Snipes if he wants to direct this. That would be pretty amazing. I mean, he's grown on the character. He is Blade. When I see Wesley Snipes, I'm like, oh man, it's Blade. Maybe. Who knows? But post your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about this Blade drama. I really want to know you guys' thoughts and opinions on this. And who would you have direct Blade in the MCU? Thoughts and opinions, post them down below. Peace.